1310 News, Ottawa.
Right now in Ottawa, it is partly cloudy skies and 7 degrees. Here's what's making news at this hour. Ontario is reporting 653 cases of COVID-19. In Ottawa, there are 97 new cases, 284 new cases in Toronto, 104 in Peel region. 64% of those cases are with people under the age of 40. Ottawa Public Health says the capital city's healthcare system is in crisis. The healthcare unit is confronting a dangerous backlog in COVID-19 tests. Hospitals nearing capacity and outbreaks in long-term care homes have pushed the system close to its breaking point. Meanwhile, the provincial government's newly tightened public health restrictions kick in today in 3 COVID-19 hotspots. As we told you, Ottawa, Toronto, and neighboring Peel region will see new guidelines for restaurants, bars, and banquet halls, as well as gyms. No more than 100 customers will be allowed in restaurants, and no more than 6 people will be permitted at each table. Restaurants will also be required to collect contact information from all patrons to bolster contact tracing. Group exercise classes at gyms will be capped at 10 people, and the total number of people in fitness settings will be limited to 50. 3 local teens with Ocean Bridges Conservation Program will be arriving at Hartwell Locks just about now. It's the final leg after a week-long journey paddling the Rideau River with kayaks from Kingston to Ottawa. The 202-kilometer journey, which started in Kingston, as we mentioned,
we could be seeing 1,000 cases a day in Ontario. Premier Ford does not seem to be in any kind of rush to impose any kind of stage 2 style lockdown. Meantime, Premier Legault is calling it's situation critical. It's code red. It's code alert. And get it aligned. Here's a $1,000 fine. 750-1310. 750-1310. And then a couple of things that are kind of more big picture, I think. One is this whole idea of taxes on the rich, which has certainly taken on more prominence now, I would argue this week, because of the revelations in the New York Times about Trump and his taxes. See, the system really is rigged. And if Terry Glavin in the Post this morning, he writes, listen to this stuff. It is genuinely conceivable that the American Republic will succumb to a violent constitutional collapse or some kind of mutiny during the 79-day twilight zone between the closing of the polls on November 3rd and Inauguration Day on January 20th. He continues, the real doomsday scenario is a Trump administration that is defeated at the polls but refuses to relinquish power, plunging the American Republic into chaos. A scenario such as this was unthinkable only a few years ago. Not anymore. End quote. Don't tell me this hasn't crossed your mind. Don't tell me this hasn't crossed your mind. What do you think is going to happen between November 4th and January 20th? Could it get ugly? Or will there be? Do you have hope that for a peaceful transition of power, I think it could be the most important 79 days in American history. This is the Rob Snow Show. Your phone call's next at 750-1310 on Rogers TV and 1310 News.
Here's Alison Slepnick of the Waterford Retirement Community with an important message.
Thanks, Mark. It certainly has been an interesting few months, but my team at the Waterford has done an exceptional job at keeping our residents safe and in good spirits with creative virtual programming and palates delighted with our amazing culinary team. We are now slowly starting to allow visitors and also booking tours again. Call Sabine to book your time to visit our beautiful residence and see for yourself the difference family ownership makes.
Book your tour today. Waterford Retirement Community at Bank and Hunt Club. WaterfordRetirement.com.
A lot has changed, and you've adapted, but behind the mask, you're the same person.
At Orm's Furniture, we get it. Beneath our masks, we're the same people too. No layoffs, just some paid time off. Well, we're back at it with some important changes to help you master the art of quarantine. Like more inventory, express delivery, and plenty of cleaning. Enjoy your home. Take off your mask and relax. You're ready for the good stuff. Just click ormsfurniture.ca.
Discover your vital voice for your Black community. Frequency Podcast Network presents Black Tea, hosted by publicist and author Dalton Higgins.
So these are going to be like some raw, frank, blunt conversations with Black movers and shakers.
And writer and cultural critic Melena Williams.
Blackness does connect us, but it is on different levels, and we really want to explore that.
Season 2 of Black Tea. Listen and subscribe for free with your podcast player and at frequencypodcastnetwork.com. Find your frequency.
Hi, I'm Cherry Tabb, co-founder of the Herzig Eye Institute. In a mask, your smiling eyes are how you communicate. My eyes are smiling because full patient care has resumed at Herzig Eye Institute, with high-tech safety precautions fully in place. Google high-definition vision and learn all about them. Then call us for a consultation to end your frustration with glasses, contact lenses, and cataracts. Herzig Eye Institute is prepared. You're protected. Look after yourself. Promise me. On October 4th, the Today's Showstopper at TSC will be the Casper Nova Hybrid Mattress, complete with bonus Casper pillows. Enjoy its zone support, including ergonomic relief at pressure points like shoulders, hips, and lower back, and rely on resilient springs for beneficial lift and optimum cooling airflow. And you'll love the dreamy comfort of the plush top layer. Watch for it on October 4th when it's the Today's Showstopper. Shop tsc.ca. Today's shopping choice.
This is Michael Hapke, President and CEO at Advanced Mortgage Investment Corporation. Even with the pandemic, AMIC returns have remained steady and will once again return a mid-7% compounded rate of return in 2020. Now just may be the perfect time. Get off the roller coaster ride, reduce risk, and invest in local Ottawa real estate. We are now accepting new investors. Visit us at advancedmic.com or call us at 613-656-0017.
You're listening to a repeat broadcast on 13 10 News. Talk back on the Rob Snow Show. The phone lines are open at 613-750-1310.
And we're talking about the pandemic. We're talking about new wealth taxes. Oh, yes, and the end of the American Republic as we know it. Yikes. Steve. Good morning, Steve. You're on 1310 News.
Hey, Rob. How are you?
I'm okay, Steve. How are you?
So I don't think they should tax the rich because we'll just leave the country.
You think so? Okay.
And I think what they should do
is
create a new tax, an online sales tax. So if you buy something online, you pay extra tax on it.
An online sales tax. Okay.
And then they should also increase the tax of shipping. So you're going to hurt Amazon that way. Well, not hurt them, but if you want to shop online and stay home and not go to a store that's local, you're going to pay extra for it.
Okay.
Government coming to the money. I also think another tax that they could do would be a tax on online sales. That way you hit Google. If you want to advertise online, you're going to pay a new tax or get a license or something.
Oh, like an advertising tax kind of thing?
Right, sure. Why not? Like an extra fee or something. And as far as the fall of the Republic of the United States or whatever, I don't think that's going to happen. I think the left still doesn't accept the results of the last election, so I'm not sure why they're worried about Trump not accepting the results of this one. And they don't want to see the violent, booters and burning down everything, burning the American flag. It seems like the Biden supporters hate America, the Trump supporters love America. That's the way it seems to me, anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. I appreciate your call today. Steve weighing in on some opinions there. Ann in Nepean. Good morning, Ann. You're on 1310 News.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a worry about that election. If Trump wins, I think that's where you're going to see the rioting and, investigations and votes, and it's going to be really ugly.
Really ugly after November 3rd.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't win, because otherwise it's going to be bad. That's what I'm really concerned about. And I'm concerned about my American friends. I'm concerned about what's going on in that country, where a vote doesn't count unless it's one way. As to the pandemic, I don't think we should be going to the second level. This morning I heard...
You mean rolling back to stage 2, you mean, Ann? Okay, yeah, okay,
sorry.
okay, yeah, sure.
they were saying that 1 out of 4 cases are coming from social gatherings, which makes me wonder where the 3 out of 4 are coming out of. If it's coming out of other areas, we should be really concentrating on those. As the hospitals, where they're overloaded as a rule, so that's been going on for decades. We still don't have an extra hospital here. We live in Barnhaven, and the population since I've been here is 5 times more.
Oh, yes, incredible growth, yeah.
So unless we have more hospitals, this is going to be the ongoing problem anyways. So I think we have to kind of try and hold the line here for a while.
Okay. Thank you, Ann. Thank you for your call this morning. 750-1310, 750-1310 on Tax the Rich. Tax the Rich. Kevin, good morning. You're on 1310 News.
Good morning, Rob.
Yes, sir.
Just quick, Randall Denley, I thought he put out a really good comment this morning.
Okay. That's why we have him on, sir. Yep.
Absolutely. I agree with most of what he said. As far as the where we start here now.
Taxing the rich. You want to talk about taxing the rich?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, taxing the rich. Go ahead, tax them into the ground, whatever. I have no problem with that because I don't have to worry about it if it's just the rich.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah, so I'm okay with that. The other one was on the U.S. election. I think that...
well, what do you think is, specifically on the U.S. election what do you think is going to happen after November 3rd?
Well,
we've got the series of articles here that are saying it's going to descend into chaos and violence and blood in the streets and Americans shooting one another.
Well, first of all, because of the mail-in ballots that they're talking about, that of half a dozen of the states or whatever have picked up on, mail-in ballots is definitely, I agree, 100% a recipe for disaster.
Okay.
Mail-in ballots is the way they've done it. That's a disaster.
Okay.
In fact, we're not going to know.
Yay for more information, or email us at info@lostjobs.ca.
You're renovating, and your furniture's in the way and collecting dust. There's a simple solution. Get a Cubit portable...